Carrying Sony's new mantra of play, create, and share, Modnation Racers was announced at E3 2009. With it came the promise of being one of the only kart racers not tied to a pre-existing franchise, giving the developers plenty of room to experiment. Now, less than 1 year after the unveiling, the game is complete and ready to knock its competition off the track.
3, 2, 1.
There aren't really any rules when it comes to kart racing, something United Front took advantage of when developing Modnation Racers. While it's obviously made in the vein of Mario Kart, the game has a style of its own and adds fantastic elements that really feel at home in the genre. Players have access to a boost meter that fills up as they perform acts such as drifting, drafting, taking out enemies, and spinning in the air. Beyond giving a boost of speed, it can also be used defensively, throwing a shield over the kart to protect racers from their opposition's attacks. This balances out the game's weapons, which can be upgraded twice by picking up additional items. Even at their strongest, they're still blocked by a well-timed shield, preventing any super powerful weapons from ruining races. It manages to maintain a good deal of depth without sacrificing the most important element of a kart racer: accessibility. Anyone should be able to pick up and play the game without any problem, and the intricacies of the game, while fun and interesting, shouldn't put anyone off. Even customization elements, which are a major focus in Modnation Racers, are simple enough to understand so that anyone should be able to create karts and mods with ease. While the tools don't allow players to create literally anything, the customization is impressive, and should allow players to make something they're proud of, even if it doesn't match their original vision. The level creator, on the other hand, manages to be both incredibly easy to understand and remarkably in-depth, complete with enough bells and whistles to allow anybody the ability to make whatever they might want. Creating levels is infinitely simple, with controls mirroring those found on the racetrack. Even those who had trouble completing a Little Big Planet level should find themselves easily completing tracks in Modnation Racers.
Artistry. Elegance. You know what artistry and elegance get you? Kart jacked!
While Modnation Racers is meant to be played with friends, the game features a surprisingly lengthy single-player campaign, complete with a story that feels like it was ripped right out of a Cars sequel. While it's hardly an interesting tale, it does a good job of teaching players the rules of the game, while providing a somewhat humorous plotline to follow throughout.
The toughest tracks and racers yet. Fade, Iceman, Scout! It's mayhem, destruction, a racing world war!
The addition of rivals that can be taken out during races to earn additional items for customization is a nice touch, and helps flesh out the package for those who would prefer to spend some time honing their skills before playing multiplayer. With support for up to 12 players online, 4 players split screen, and a robust system built around online communities, there's no doubt that Modnation Racers is meant to be a multiplayer title. The success of the game's online and offline components are built on the back of the success of the single player in general, which, luckily, is pretty strong. Because of this, the game's multiplayer succeeds, providing as much entertainment value as any other racer released this generation. The online world of ModSpot serves as a completely adequate ground for sharing created content as well, giving players all the tools they need to publish and find new tracks, karts, and characters.
In uncertain future, thousands of gallons of paint. This mother will rock your paint job.
Drawing obvious inspiration from vinyl art and collector's toys, Modnation Racers sports a unique style that fits the mood of the game very well. The characters and karts are all great looking in motion, and the personality of the driver comes through in a big way thanks to the customization options. While there are some frame rate issues from time to time, the game usually manages to maintain itself during hectic encounters, which can become increasingly frantic when the game's physics start kicking environmental objects around. It all flows smoothly, with easy to navigate menus and catchy tunes tying together the package. There's no doubt that the game will be compared to the few others in the genre. Some will complain that it lacks the charm of Mario Kart, but they're only saying that because of attachment to those characters. On its own, there's little doubt about it. Modnation Racers is simply a better game, with a massive amount of customization and online options to further that belief. It's a whole lot of fun, and the few issues barely make a difference amidst the otherwise impressive offerings. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out a full text review on GamerVision.com.